I'm going to show you how to thread the machine. I'm going to apologize up front because this video might be a little shaky because I don't have anybody else here to film with me, but you'll get the basic idea. So the machine uses two threads. It uses the bobbin thread, which is this little small one, and it uses the spool of thread, which is the big one. The spool goes up onto the spool pin, which is this little piece up here on the back right of the machine. And then the bobbin goes into the bobbin case and then into the bobbin area. If you remember from the other video, if you saw it, we put this in so it spins clockwise. I just pull it. If it's spinning the wrong direction, counterclockwise, you just dump it out, flip it over, put it back in. Remember, there is this little crack and then this metal in this hole. We lightly hold this up the crack, under the metal, out the hole, so it pulls nicely. And then we put it back into the bobbin area. Arm directly up to the sky, and it should click into place. There's a little gap inside of the metal here where that arm will click into. And then we have this nice tail of thread hanging out, and it's just gonna hang out there for now. This is where it might get a little shaky. We're gonna go up to the top of the machine. The spool of thread is on the spool pin. You're going to take the thread and you're going to wrap it around the back of the thread guide. It's right there, comes in and around just like this picture shows. And then it goes down through the tension ditch, around the bottom, up. You come in from the right-hand side of the thread take-up lever and you pull and it'll pop into the little hole in the thread take-up lever. And then you're gonna go down through here. I'm gonna set this back down so I can use both hands. And then right here, there's another little thread guide. We hold this horizontal to the ground. Oh, and we click it in here. And then we're going to take this and we're gonna give it a nice fresh cut. And it is gonna go down the front of the needle and through the eye of the needle. You wanna make sure that it's not candy cane striping the needle at all, so it's not going around the needle because that will cause breakage eventually. So to go over that again, we went from the spool pin to the thread guide, down the tension ditch, around the bottom, up to the thread take-up lever, down to the last thread guide, down the needle and through. Now our last step is, in order to get this thread up here, we have to do a little trick. Our goal is to have our two threads between the presser foot and the throat plate. So you want two threads in here. Right now we have one thread above the presser foot, you can see it right here, and we've got one thread hanging out of the bobbin area. So we're gonna use our left hand, and we're gonna hold the thread that's coming from the needle. Our right hand goes onto the hand wheel, thumb on top, going towards us, so the needle goes down and up. And you can't see it now, but you'll see it when you try it. The green thread went right across the bobbin area. I grabbed the black thread and I'm gonna pull it up, and then miraculously, there is my bobbin thread. Now I've got two threads here, a black one and a green one, and they're above the presser foot. So our last step is through the crack and off the back. You wanna have 6 to 8 inches of tail back here, close up your bobbin area, and you would be ready to sew.